Um, oh wow. Can you hear me? Okay. That's weird. Um, monitor off. All right. Is that better? All right, cool. I was hearing myself feedback. I was like, what is that? Mute myself.
Basically, the LBGQ, anybody who fits into that out of countries where they are at serious risk.
Right. Oh, right. Other than sort of main country, well, I suppose
they are
still at risk in countries
risk.
like ours, third world,
Yes,
first world.
but you might be gay in this country. That's not a problem. In certain countries,
I know it's
particularly in the
punishable
Middle
by
East,
death
you will be
whatever.
put up against a wall and stoned.
So we're back playing with some brilliant guys across the pond. When we last left off, it's been a couple weeks because conflict of schedules, but we're finally back to get back with the real Gray Mouser and their versions of Favre? I always thought it was Favre. But anyways, where we last left these three, they were coming face to face with a disembodied flaming skull creature in this very large room. We currently have a Mannix character, a Canis Robur character, and a Jakara Sabatori character. A Sabatori Jakara is basically a saber tooth, and he's like 8 feet tall. The Canis Robur is a wolf type, and then the Mannix is our mouse folk. So we're gonna go ahead and get over here and meet the players in like 2 seconds. I hope everybody's here to enjoy me killing them. I mean, playing with them. And here are the players. We have Ziggy the Quick, Tahir Pogruma, and Braun Cena.
Hello.
You remember the last name?
How are you guys doing?
Good. Just heard
looking forward to playing.
Well, we shall.
I just heard some very bold words.
But what? That you guys are going to be playing today?
No, that you're going to be killing us today.
I have no idea what you're talking about. No. Anyways, when we last left our heroes, like I said, they were in combat. They were facing down this one mean-looking, disembodied skull. So we're going to go ahead and roll for initiative because that's what we do. Let's go. Let's see here. That's Aang, Guards, Nestra, Gorgal, Dormac. Now you guys. There's Ziggy and Tahir and Braun. Now you guys can decide to re-roll initiative if you guys like. Or you can keep the current initiatives. The current initiatives are Ziggy at 24, Tahir at 17, and Braun at 14. Do you want to keep those or do you want to re-roll them?
I'm fine with that.
I'll keep mine.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, it's fine.
So we're going to be keeping them. Right on.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to change out the map real quick, guys. Give me like 2 seconds.
Okay. Are you on the Owlbear page?
The Owlbear. Yeah, if you're not on the Owlbear page there, Will, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm on it. I believe I'm labeled as giant seahorse.
You are indeed.
You are a giant seahorse. All right, now we should be able to zoom in because we're watching the window. There we go. Brilliant. The AMDM is watching us. Right on. Thank you, AMDM. If you're not following the AMDM, you need to go follow them. Some really good folk over there.
Absolutely 100%. One of the first people I actually encountered on D&D TikTok. It's amazing.
They're very good folk over there.
And we're being hosted on the AMDM Twitch. Wow. Thank you. No pressure.
I'm a forever GM. I always feel the pressure. All right. So you guys are all going to keep the same initiatives?
Yes.
Yes.
Really,
yeah,
brilliant.
Because that means I rolled a 9, and that's just about as good as I can roll. So
I did as good as I could do.
Basically.
Well, I rolled pretty pants, but I've got a huge base, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a pretty big base there. So as I was just telling everybody, starting September 1st, I'm going to be streaming as much as I can, at least 3 times a week, if not more. And I'm hoping that I can get a bunch of you guys to come in and watch and donate to the Trevor Project, which all money will be going directly to them. And that will be up starting September 1st. And we're going to run it until I get to $3,000. I've set a very lofty goal. And it goes to a great service. It helps with the LGBTQI community around the world for mental health and helping them where they need it the most. So come join me on September 1st until the end of the year. Maybe we can make it a Merry Christmas for everybody over there. Anyways, I've got a roll for initiative for this dude. He's just not happy.
He's on fire. What do you expect?
Right? I wouldn't be happy if I was on fire.
Rule 0, do not be on fire.
Oh. Oh, he rolled a 10.
Oh, dear.
That puts him right after Ziggy and before Tahir. Awesome. All right, Zig. It's all you. What do you want to do?
I am going to move to there and use that pillar for cover. I don't have my gun because my gun went kaboom.
Yeah, it
last
jammed.
session.
Yeah, last session it kind of went the way of the dodo bird on that one.
So I've got short sword in one, my sword in one hand, my knife in the other, and another knife held by my tail just in case.
All right. And just to get you guys back up to speed on certain things, if this is an undead creature, we don't know, but if it's an undead creature or an undead entity, they can only hit by weapons that have magical energies, specifically divine energies or fire energies on it, right? So be careful when you run up to try to strike it and you don't do anything. So just be aware of that. And the one person who can give that to everybody is Tahir, the priest.
I have plans.
Flaming Skull, dude. All right. So this guy, let's see. I think I've got some dialect written for him. He is not the BBBEG though. Just to give you a forewarning on that.
Okay.
He's pretty bad, but he's not the big guy.
Beep.
That's kind of terrifying, not gonna lie. I was already scared.
Yeah.
He's just a herald.
So let's go ahead and start this since we're here. Before we go in, you guys notice on the altar here, there is a unmoving female figure that's laying there. You're not sure, but you think you see blood kind of oozing down the sides of this altar. He turns to you and he tries to speak, but it's a as it comes out. And he is going to fly to here. As that happens, one, two, three, four other emaciated, very thin looking, dried, emaciated, thank you. English language. You guys invented it. Remember that. Come out of these walls, or out of these pillars at that time. And he looks at you, Tahir, and he speaks this language that you've never really heard it before. Make a stamina check. Just make a stamina check.
Throwing my dice everywhere. Right, my stamina is 82, and I rolled a 44, so that's 4 successes.
As the words leave his mouth, you hear and feel, well, you hear the words, but you feel this dark energy kind of just like pass through you. Literally, your fur, all of it kind of stands up on end for a second as you get this chilling impact of this negative energy that just flows right through you. That's the end of their turn, and now it is Tahir's turn.
I will be casting spiritual weapon on Bron.
Brilliant, go for it. Let's see how well we do.
Let me just call my character sheet. Right, under my divine knowledge, which is 55. 67. I'll spend a heroic luck to reroll that.
Brilliant. Reroll it.
And I'm live on the internet. Don't be.
Okay, I rolled an 11 and I need to get 55, so that's 4 successes.
5 successes.
So that's going to last 5 successes, so that's going to last for 5 rounds.
All right, so Braun, basically what happens, do you want to tell him what the spell does? Do you have that up?
Yeah, 1 second. I got it.
And you may want to write this down, Braun, so that way you have it for easy reference.
So your weapon becomes enhanced with holy or unholy power, causing it to glow with a silver light. The spell grants the weapon the following bonuses. It gets plus 10 holy damage, plus 1 per 2 successes. So I got 5 successes. So that is plus 12 holy damage whenever you hit. You gain plus 10 on your attack skill. And every time it strikes the target, they need to make a perception check at TS4 or be blinded for the next time.
Nice.
It's a really good spell.
That when you say plus 10 holy damage, and then you said plus 12 holy damage, was that the total or?
That's the total.
So
the total.
A grand total of 12. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tried to take the priest out early. Too smart.
And you said about has to make a perception.
They have to make a perception check TS4.
I do. Otherwise, I'm blinded by the holy energies, or the creature is blinded by holy energies for a turn.
Okay.
And I've still got my movement, I think. Oh, sorry, that cost me 3 fatigue.
Yep.
And I've still got my movement, so I'm going to move up behind Ziggy.
Okay. Anything else? Or is that it for you?
I can only cast one spell around, so actually, can I move here to engage this guy? And I'll take a swipe at him.
So you used your full action for casting the spell,
No.
and then you moved. The movement doesn't bother me. It's the other action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
You could,
don't worry, I'll just move myself next to Ziggy.
you could grab him as a simple action, but you can't really swipe at him.
You hold him, I'll stab him.
Yeah, but you stabbing him isn't going to do much until I enchant your weapons, and that's why I'm here, because it's touch spell. You know what? I'm just going to keep myself in the way.
Okay,
so I'm blocking his approach to Ziggy.
Right on. So there is a rule, I believe, that is used a lot. Let me see here. Yeah, no. So there is a rule, just to let you know, that if they had both stayed there before they moved, you could have spent 30 fatigue to cast another spell as a move action.
Okay.
Right?
Cool.
So like if everybody's there together and you decide, I'm going to give you spiritual weapon, I'm going to give you spiritual weapon, and it's touch, then they you could do one as a full action, then spend an additional 30 fatigue, whether you are successful or not with it, to cast spiritual weapon on him. But you've already moved, so you're kind of stuck at this point.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm just happy to be a meat shield for my friend.
Right on. Braun, it is your turn, good sir.
Let's see. I will start with a battle cry. Oh.
And what does the battle cry give us?
The battle cry ability lasts for 1 turn per 2 ranks. So that would be, as I'm now rank 2, that will rank 2 turns. With a primal yell, you build up your physical abilities. This grants +5 to all melee attacks, melee attack checks, and +5 temporary hit points per 20 stamina, and gain your stamina modifier as bonus damage.
Brilliant. So make sure you add those temporary health points to your
Yeah.
your health. Right. So you should gain what? 20, 40, 60, 80. You should gain at least 20 health points, bonus health points.
So that would put my current health at 75 plus 80.
Okay. And I believe that is a simple action, so you still have your full and your move.
So I will just run straight up to him and swing this shiny glowing silver sword.
Taking it right to the man. I like it. I like it. Let's do it. Roll.
Are we rolling on this app or
No,
dice?
Just go ahead and use your real dice.
Okay.
They're still working the bugs out of this app. For it, you can use it, but it doesn't.
Okay.
Oh, look, give it a shot. See if it works.
After rolling a 0-8.
After 0, you're not gonna. You're not gonna.
Not really rolling that.
Yeah, I will use that app next time. All right, so brilliant. You run up there and you go to slash at him. He goes to kind of move out of the way, and as he does, something causes him to stutter just long enough to getting you an additional 3 successes on your attack. So you rolled an odd 8. What's your attack score?
My attack score is now 68 on the hand and a half sword.
Right, so you got 7 successes, and because he fumbled his defense, which is why you're getting an additional 3 successes.
This is the perception check that you had to roll.
No, not yet. This is you. So okay. you went to strike at him. He kind of tried to move, but he wasn't fast enough to move, and you struck him because he literally, mechanic wise, gaming wise, I rolled and I fumbled his physical defense, which is a 96 to 100. That when you do that gives you the attacker an additional 3 successes to your attack. So you've got 7 successes. So you have a total of 10 successes and damage to this guy. So you're gonna have take the 10 times your base damage on your character sheet, whatever that is for the weapon.
The base damage is 5.
Right. So you're gonna do 50 points of damage plus the 12 bonus holy, and then your stamina modifier and your strength modifier as bonus damage. So 50, you're at 62. What's your stamina modifier?
My stamina modifier is 8, and I get a bonus 5 for battle cry.
70, 75, and then your strength. What's your strength modifier?
8.
You're doing 83 points of damage to this thing, which is impressive because you hit it. And even though you hit it with everything you got, it feels like there's this energy resisting it, but you do damage to it. And it screeches out in pain as the holy weapon that you're using, the spiritual weapon, shatters through its protective undead toughness and deals it. So how much did we say? We said 85, 83?
85, I think
85,
it was.
85. 15 points. That took all your energy to get through that, and it kind of the flames kind of dim for a second, and then they renew again.
Okay.
Do you want what's your weapon skill score right now?
68.
So you can attack one more time if you like at a -10 if you want.
Oh, bit rude not to, wouldn't it? That's 19.
19. All right, so I'm going to roll. All right, on this one, I've got 3 successes. So how many successes did you get? If you have a 60 for your attack score, you rolled a 19, you've got 5 successes. I've got 2 self-defense successes. You got a total of 3 successes. So just do the same thing again. 3 times your base damage plus all your modifiers.
3 times the base damage. So the base damage is 8, I believe. The base damage is 5.
Is 5.
Right. My maths is terrible.
No, that's 15. Then 27. You're 12 for your holy weapon, I believe. Correct. That's 27. Yeah. You gain 5 from your abilities, so now you're at 32. You do an additional 8 for your stamina modifier. You're at 40, and then 5 for your strength. Is that correct?
I assume so.
8 for strength, I think you said.
Yeah, 8 for strength.
8 for strength. So he's at, what was that?
48.
48. You hit it, but you feel a stronger resistance this time against your attack.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. Ziggy, your turn. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Braun. Were you done? I'm sorry.
No, I'm done.
All right. Brilliant. All right, Ziggy, your turn.
Right. I'm going to try. I'm not going to move. I am going to say I'm going to try and reach past my ally, grab the leg of the zombie, assuming that's what it is, and pull it so he topples over.
Brilliant. So you're going to use a grappling capability. So go ahead and make a strength check.
Yep.
It's going to make an agility check at a negative to avoid you grabbing at it.
Strength is 51.
So roll low.
I'll have a go with the dice tray in the thing.
Brilliant. Let's see how that works. I don't know if I can see it or not.
17.
So on your icon down there, there's a world. Is it open or is it got like a slash through it?
It's got a slash through it.
Undo that slash. Yeah, now re-roll it. Well, wait. Would you roll?
Roll a 17.
All right, so we'll keep that 17, but let's just go ahead and roll and make sure we can actually see the dice next time.
38. I'd have been successful with that one as well.
Yeah, it's not showing up. That's the reason why I don't want to use it, because I can't see it. So we'll go with the 18 that you got. So how many successes did you get?
Let's see, 17 with a strength of 50, 40, 30, 20. 3 successes.
3 successes. All right, let me double check on this guy on the agility. Zombies are not known for their agility. Okay, you grab him and you yank and you try to pull him to the ground. Is that correct?
Yep.
So underneath your legs there, next to your legs to here, you see Ziggy reach out, grab this zombie by its left leg and yanks as hard as he can, causing this creature to kind of wobble and then just fall over. So it's laying prone in front of you at this point.
I give Ziggy like a little nod and thumbs up.
Ziggy, anything else you want to do? So that's more or less that's pretty much your entire action for that, besides movement.
No, if I'm going to get my main weapon imbued, I'll hold on where I am.
Brilliant. All right. So this creature in front of you, Braun, again, speaks something in a weird language. And back and forth. Make a stamina check at a TS of 2.
Okay. 55 and I have a stamina of 8.
80?
Well, 8 modifier, so I've got a stamina of 92 with a modifier of
8. So you feel this wave of cold and negative energy follow through you. All the hairs on your body, all of them kind of shiver and stand up on end as this cold negative energy blasts through you, but doesn't seem to take effect. It is now going to breathe a ray of fire on you. It's got
what smells like burnt dog hair.
It's about to smell like burnt dog hair. It's got 5 successes on your magical defense, against your magical defense.
Magical defense is 42.
Roll low.
$41.
Well, now, so here's the choice. Here's the thing. Do you want to spend a heroic luck and re-roll that?
Yeah, why not? I've got a few of them. $22.
Well, that's much better. So, what's your magical defense?
42.
So you got 2 successes. I've got
Mhm.
5, so 3 are going to hit you. It's going to do 9 points of burning damage to you. That ignores armor because it's a magical attack. So you're going to take 9 points of damage there, and it smells like burnt dog.
You're breaking rule 0.
Breaking rule 0: don't die, or
Don't be on fire.
don't be on fire. Right on.
It's a good rule.
It is a good rule. Let's see here. Does it do anything else on its attack? And it's going to actually bite at you now. And it's got 4 successes. I'm sorry.
That's against his physical defense.
Yes.
Okay, is that do I get a bonus for my shield?
Well, that's what we talked about earlier. So if you're using your shield, you can use your shield as your physical defense, which is a 68, I believe.
64, I think. Or is it the shield skill?
Shield skill, which is a
Shield
66 or 68.
68, yeah. 9.
9. So you easily,
9.
this thing goes to bite at you, and you just raise your shield up, and you can hear it clanging against the metal shield. The teeth gnawing on the bare metal.
Stab it.
Then the mummies, the zombies, kind of make their way towards you. And the zombie here is going to get an attack on you.
Okay.
And misses. The other zombie reaches for you, trying to attack you, and it also misses. And we are on to here.
Cool. I'm going to attempt to enchant Siggy's weapon. That was shite. I'm going to spend a heroic luck and reroll that. Equally bad. Can I spend more than 1 heroic luck to reroll, or is it?
No, you can only spend 1.
No.
However, there's another special ability that doing casting. Let me get to that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And these rules, for your information, if you want to follow along, Doc, is on page 230. It's called Use of Fatigue with Spells and Powers. You can spend 30 fatigue and have it not fail.
That's a lot of fatigue.
It is a lot of fatigue, but it will not fail.
Go on then. Yeah. So that's
Could
40...
Could he willingly draw that fatigue from me?
No.
Okay.
There is an ability that allows him to do that, but he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll spend the 30 fatigue and have it not fail.
And so you basically have 1 success. It doesn't. So it's 1 success. So he's going to have it for what? 1 turn.
1 turn. Yeah.
And so what does 1 success give you?
1 success gives you. Sorry, I navigated away from it now.
No worries.
Spiritual weapon. So you get it for 1 turn. It gives you plus 10 holy damage, plus 10 attack skill, and perception check or be blinded. TS of 4.
Does the holy damage, is it damage bonus or base damage it increases?
Damage bonus is damage on top.
Okay.
And the next turn, you can also, as long as Ziggy is within touching range for you, you can cast that spell again next turn if you like.
Yep.
All right.
I would also like to, if I could, use my movement action, I suppose, to do this. I'm trying to get a religious knowledge read on this situation because it feels like we interrupted some kind of ritual, and clearly this thing is quite tough. So basically a sort of steer as to what the ritual was, if there's any way of disrupting this creature beyond what we're doing, kind of thing.
Right. So that's not necessarily, you don't have to use your move action for that. It's a simple action. Go ahead and make a lore divine check.
I rolled a 28, and my Lord Divine is a 45, so that's 2 successes.
2 successes. This is it's kind of like a quasi lich in a sense. It's not a full on lich. But the ritual it was casting that was looking, it looks like it was doing a sacrifice. You're not exactly sure for what though from this distance. This is but this is clearly a minor lich being entity. A full-on lich would be much more powerful, and it would be completely fully bodied and all this other stuff.
Okay. Cool.
All right. That's Tahir's turn. Braun, your turn again.
Okay. I will activate Battle Sense. And I will activate option 1, so I do not suffer any penalties to your physical defense against flank attacks.
Brilliant.
And only suffer -20 to your physical defense against rear attacks. Just in case.
Just in case you get surrounded.
Okay, I will then use Bash as my the shield bash as my move action to slam the shield face first into my opponent, causing them to suffer -10 to their next skill attempt versus physical defense.
Awesome. So go ahead and roll your skill, your shield proficiency skill. Tell me how many successes you got.
I think I have 1. 67.
Yeah, that would be 1 success. And you're doing a slam, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so it gains a physical defense to avoid that slam. And it does. It kind of drifts off to the side as you punch it with your shield or slam it with your shield.
Okay, I will then follow up by swinging the shiny sword.
Brilliant.
Shiny silver sword.
Let's go.
49. So that is 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
3 successes.
It dips and dodges as your sword swings through it, hitting the flames as it kind of drops down below and kind of comes back up. You swing it where it was, where the skull was, but it drops down just enough where your sword misses and goes through the flames. You want to try to strike it again?
I will do.
I mean, every time you do, it's just it's right now it's a -10, but you get to do it twice.
Mm-hmm. Keep still, damn it. 33. So it's 1 success per 10, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So 4 successes.
4. It's got 2 successes in its physical defense, so you're going to hit it. So remember, it's 2 times your base damage, which would be 10 plus 12 from the spiritual weapon, so that's 22. Plus 5 is 27, plus your stamina modifier, which is 8.
8. Yeah, my strength is 8.
So another 16, so 51, correct? I believe.
I'll go with you on that one.
I believe that's correct. You hit this thing right across the chin of it, causing it to howl in pain as the sword digs into the skull's jaw. And it drops for a second. The flames dim for just a second, and as you pull back from your swing, it reignites. And the
perception check. Perception check thing. Does that have to make?
Yeah, I'm going to every time it gets hit until it's blinded. I've got to deal damage real quick. So we did what? 54.
54. Yeah.
All right, and it's perception check. Ooh, which it makes by 1 success, but it still makes it.
Okay.
Are you done there, Sir Braun?
I am done.
All right, Zig, your turn.
Right, this guy's still on the floor, prone, yeah?
Yes, it is. He hasn't gotten to his turns yet.
I'm going to strike him while he's prone. 0-1.
So that's a crit.
Nice.
That's nice. So make sure you give yourself a heroic lock.
Right, so with a skill now of 60 with the weapon, thanks to the +10, that gives me 6 successes.
Well, now, because you rolled a critical, roll a single d10. It explodes. You rolled a 10?
Yep.
Roll it again.
10.
You rolled a 10 again.
Yeah.
Roll it again.
5.
So 25, 31 success. We'll just say this thing is, how do you want to do it?
I just want to open him up like a zipper.
Yeah, it failed its physical defense with its prone penalty, and you still got 31 successes on this thing. So you literally, as it's rolling on the ground, it's starting to get up. You step between it and to here. You take your Rovad sword and you stick it in its belly. That's essentially what happens, and it comes all the way right up. You just literally unzip it. There's a foul stench of rotting organs as they fall to the ground. You come up right through the middle of the chest. It falls over, split in half.
Right.
I'm just looking at my friend in like shock and admiration. Like, how are you this awesome?
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. All right, so that is your action there. You have.
Can I make a second attack at -10 against this other one if I step up to him?
So move your character. Show me where you're going.
There.
Brilliant. Yeah, go for it.
Then attack for that one. Okay.
Go for it.
That's a 15. So that's a hit, because that'd be a skill of 50. So 40, 30, 12, 40, 30, 20. 3 successes.
3 successes. It gets its physical defense to try to avoid you. Let me get to it. It's got 3 successes as well. It sees you coming after it kind of looks down at what you did to that other zombie. It looks at you and it kind of stumbles backwards just enough that your sword misses it.
Ah, son of a bitch. Guess that's me done then.
All right. It decides to return the favor, Ziggy. It swings at you.
Eep.
It's got 2 successes.
Okay, so I roll weapon skill to defend, yes?
Correct.
Sorry, defense. Do I roll defense?
Yes.
Right, I have a physical defense of 48. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. 99.
Okay, that's a critical fumble. Do you want to ignore that, or do you want to roll with the fumble? If you decide to use heroic luck to ignore it, you will lose your entire next turn. It ends your turn, and you don't get a next turn as you recover from the fumble.
But if I go with the fumble, I may go on next turn.
Yes, or you may not. Or you may not. Depends on the fumble. All right. Do you want me to roll your doom, or do you want to roll your doom?
You can roll my doom for me. Let's see how this works.
All right. So
embrace the chaos.
Embrace the chaos. All right. So
we need a drum roll.
Here we go. Rolling. I rolled a 30. That is a melee weapon, so that means your armor malfunctions. Your armor absorption is halved for the next 10, 13 turns. And you may...
Do you round up or down?
I round up. Well, no, it's still 13 turns. It's not like it's going to be an extra 15 turns. It's just 13 turns.
No, the armor, it's 11, so if it's halved...
It's halved, round up.
Okay.
And you can spend your next full action, your next turn, your entire turn, not doing that, not doing anything but correcting your armor malfunction. If you so choose. But that ends your turn as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's and it gets a +3 successes on you, so it hits you for 5 successes. Right? Yeah. So 5 successes. So 5 times its base damage of 3 for a claw. It's 15 points of damage. And now your armor's halved. So how many? So 15 points of damage.
-6.
So
9.
9 points of damage that you take.
Oh, so
Now,
puts me at 14.
Now you must make a stamina check at a TS of 2.
Okay. And I have a stamina of 61. And I roll a 25.
Fantastic. As this creature hits you, you feel this negative energy and this corrosive disease kind of hit you, and you resist it. All right. All right, Braun. 2 zombie attacks on you, sir. First one is got 4 successes.
Okay. Physical defense of 64. 31. Do you round up or down?
Round up.
Round up. So 4 successes.
So 4 successes. And I said I got 4, so you guys clash. The other one attacks you. It's got 4 successes again.
That one hits. I rolled a 67.
All right. Do you want to roll re-roll that with a heroic luck, or do you just want to take it?
I'll take it. I've got like a massive current health bonus, and from
so
off now.
But remember, you're using your shield and you got your hardened leather armor, so you effectively have an armor absorption of 19. It does 12 points of damage to you, 20 points of damage. So you're going to take 1 point of damage. But that 1 point of damage, because it got through, you now have to make a stamina check at TS of 2.
That's 16 with a stamina of 92.
Okay, brilliant. You feel these negative corrosive disease and infection kind of tear into your skin, but it doesn't seem to have taken hold.
Ugh, disgusting.
What's up next is the flaming skull. It decides that it doesn't like you anymore, and it's going to release. Hold on. So 5, 10, 15. Let's measure distance here. So that's 10. That's 10. All right. So everything around it, except the other creatures, you're all going to have to make a stamina check TS of 4 because it releases this foul stench that smells of death in the area around you.
17 with a stamina of 92.
Brilliant. You shake it off.
TS of 4, did you say?
TS of 4. Yes.
I failed by 2.
Do you want to re-roll that?
Yeah, probably.
What's the critical fail value?
96 through 100. Did you fail?
No, I've rolled a 95. I'm fine.
Oh, okay. So, but you still failed.
I'm going to spend to re-roll.
All right. Very good.
I rolled a 10 on my second one, so I'm good.
Brilliant. You shake off this death stench.
9.
Okay. You shake off this. You shake off this death stench, but you get the feeling from this death stench that had you actually not been able to avoid the effects of it, it would have been very bad, almost considered like a poisonous like effect. It then lashes out at you, Braun. It's going to bite.
Okay.
It's got 4 successes.
Okay. Physical sense. Yeah, that's bit me. I have 1, maybe
So
Yeah,
3,
one success.
it's going to hit you for 3 successes. So it does 9, 15 points of damage, which your armor absorbs. So you don't have to worry about anything. So just remember, if I say anything less than 19, you can just go armor absorb. And then we can end that very quickly. And it is going to be done. All right, Tahir, it's your turn.
I'm re-enchanting Ziggy's weapon.
Very good, because as you begin ready to cast it, you see Ziggy's weapon diminish its
Yep.
light.
I'll spend a heroic luck. That's better. 2 successes. So
You're going to want to write this one down, Zig.
yeah, that's plus 11 damage, and it will last for two turns. And you still get the plus 10 to attack and the plus 11 damage, and it's got the blinding feature.
Okay. I'm going to need that because of my current wounds, I'm minus 3 successes to all attack rolls.
Ouch. Cool. How badly hurt do you look? How much?
I'm over half.
Over half.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good hit on him. He's bleeding kind of profusely.
I'm a weedy little fella.
Okay. Try and stay alive. I'll be back in a second, I say. I'm going to move down to this altar and just check out what's going on there. Like you said, there was a woman on there that was bleeding.
So you get there and you notice that the woman, it's a human female. Her skin is an ashen color, and there is a large pool of blood underneath her. And on top, and sitting on top of her, is a dagger wound in her belly. There's a dagger wound, and just sitting on top of her looks like this sacrificial dagger.
Okay. I'm gonna knock the sacrificial dagger off her.
Okay.
And will I be able to stabilize her with mundane healing? Because I don't have a spell left this round.
Go ahead and do a healing check first.
Yeah. Card sheet. It's the problem with playing online. You end up with so many screens open.
Right.
Yeah. It's like when you've got actual physical books in front of you, you can just have as many open as you want and just all just spread out. Healing. Healing. I don't have. So it would be. Oh no, I've got a 5 in healing. I don't know how that happened. I think that's because I'm meant to put my intelligence in there. That's my intelligence bonus.
Yeah, so go ahead and take it. So it's 40 plus your intelligence spotter, so it'd be 45 at this point.
45, yeah. I'll spend a heroic luck to reroll that. That's better. So that's 4 successes.
As you knock the dagger off and you feel her skin, it's ice cold.
She's dead.
As far as you can tell, she's not breathing.
Okay.
And her skin is an ashen gray and is very cold to the touch.
Okay. Bugger. Okay, cool. I think that will probably be the end of my turn.
All right, brilliant. Braun, your turn, bud.
Okay, I will battle cry again.
Why do you sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger when you say that?
Because that's how I talk.
It's not. Arnold Schwarzenegger sounds like him.
I am going to then use my bash move again. As a move action, I slam him in the face. So, 31. So 31, 2, 3, 4. Okay, my skill's 31, and I have a. 16.
No, you're using your shield. You're using your shield bash. Your shield slam, which is is a check against your shield skill score, which I believe is 68.
Yeah.
And you rolled a 31.
Yeah.
That's
So
4 successes.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
All right, so that's 4 successes. And it actually, let's see here. It fails, and I think you knock that back. How far back do you knock
it? No, it doesn't. It just knocks -10 on their physical defense.
No, but I also think it knocks it back.
It is the punch action that knocks them back. There's bash and there's shield. Sorry, there's bash and there's punch. It's the punch action that knocks them back.
So what are you using, bash or
Bash?
Bash. Okay, I thought you were saying slam.
Bash.
So yeah, so it's a -10 to its physical. Its next physical defense.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else do you want to do? That was your
move action.
Move action.
So I'm then going to follow with my mighty shiny sword and smack you around the face. 09.
All right, brilliant. How many successes do you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 or 7? That would be 7. So 7 successes on the attack.
What is your critical hit range?
It is 1 to 15.
So roll a critical hit.
How do I do that?
Roll a d10, just like Ziggy did. And if you roll a 10, roll it again. And if you roll a 10, roll it again.
That's a cop dice. That is a 9.
So
9.
you've got 9 plus your normal total number of successes. How many do you have?
So
17 was it?
16.
So 16. I've actually got a physical defense. It made it, so I've got 6. You only get 10 successes. You only get 10 successes.
Was that physical defense at -10?
That was so I rolled my physical defense. No, I rolled my physical defense. You had, and I got 10 successes. You have a total of 16. I got 6 successes. Sorry, 6 successes.
Oh, okay.
You got a total of 16 successes. So my 6 successes negate your 6 successes. So you have a total of 10 successes. So 10 times your base plus all those awesome modifiers you have.
So that's 50 plus 8, so 58. Do I have my strength as well?
Yes, because it's a strength-based weapon.
58, 66. What else does that add?
12 from me.
Oh yeah, 68. 12 from you. So 70, 80.
And you get 5 from your battle cry as well.
Yes, I do.
So
85.
85.
85.
Deputy
85.
Game Master there.
All right. It shrieks in howling pain. The skull goes completely blank. It's just sitting there floating for a minute as it kind of tries to regather itself. You hit it very, very hard. And a few seconds later, the flame comes back, but it's not as bright or as brilliant this time. It looks like it's diminishing. You want to hit it again?
Of course. What kind of barbarian would I be if I didn't want to hit it again? That is a miss.
Well, good thing, because as you go to swing for it, it kind of like drops a little bit, either out of the fact that it's losing energy or it actually dodged your failed attack.
You could always throw a heroic look to swing again.
You could. Absolutely.
Go on then.
Are you going to re-roll it?
I will re-roll it.
Brilliant.
58, so 1. No. Yeah, 1.
1 success. All right. It will roll its defense. Yeah, that time it definitely dodges out of the way. It slips underneath your blade.
So don't forget that's at -10 because of the shield smack.
Yep. It's still, even with the -10, it still dodges out of the way. All right, Ziggy. Unless, Braun, do you have anything else you want to do?
No, I'm done.
All right. Ziggy, it's your turn.
Right, I'm gonna smack this one right in front of me.
I'm gonna nip away for a quick drink.
Yep.
That's a roll of 50, which at -3 successes
So
is gonna be a miss.
Yeah, so yeah, you always want to determine your successes and subtract 3. So all right, so you miss. You want to try it again?
Basically, That was 10 under. I'll spend a heroic luck.
All right, brilliant.
Let me roll that. Yeah, no, that's over my skill now. Nah, missed.
Missed?
Yeah.
Right. You want to try to hit it again? You've got 2 attacks.
Yeah, I'll go again. Might as well. 15. So that'd be a 50 skill, 40, 30. 3 successes, minus 3 successes. So even with a hit, I've no successes.
So yeah, you go to hit it. You're bleeding so badly. You're holding on to the wound, and you go to strike. Blood is in your hands, and you kind of slip the sword a little bit, and it almost drops out of your hand as you go to swing, as you miss. Ziggy, what else do you want to do? You still have your move, simple and basic.
I'm going to move. Hang on. Round here, out of his way. So I'm in a bad way. Another good hit on me, and I'm done for, I reckon.
Well, I don't know if you die, but you'd definitely be at holding 0 on death's door. That's for sure. All right, that's the end of that one. So it's the Flaming Skull and his zombie horde. The zombies on you, Braun, are going to make swings at you. The first one misses, and the second one misses. The Flaming Skull is going to try to bite at you, and with its negatives, it's only got 2 successes on you. Essentially, if you fail this, I'm only going to do 12 points of damage, so don't fail it. Even if you fail it, it's going to be armor, so never mind. Let's just move on. Gotta like the armor. It then, though, is going to take a second and is going to cast a negative energy ray at you. +1 critical. Now, here's what you get to do. Do you want to choose to ignore this critical? That would be 2 heroic luck. Otherwise, I'm going to roll again because that was a 10. And I got 11. I've got 21 successes on you right now if you do not ignore that critical hit. Can't hear you, Braun.
Sorry, I was muted.
No worries.
Yeah, I'll ignore it.
All right.
To ignore it.
So I've only got 9 successes on you, and it's a energy ray, -1. So it's going to do 27 points of damage. That is... So you basically... Okay, so you're going to ignore that. So you still have your magical or divine check to do. So you've got 9 successes. Roll your magical defense.
Yeah, none. I rolled 96.
Okay, that is a critical fumble. Do you want to ignore that? So if you ignore that critical fumble, you're going to miss your entire next turn.
I'll ignore it.
All right, so re-roll.
0-2. That's better.
So that's a crit. So roll your crit. And also gain heroic luck. Damn it.
Oh. Right, so I roll a d10 on add.
And add that to your physical defense, your magical defense.
So it's rounded up to 50.
No, you don't round that up. You just what? No. So you're at 48.
Well, my defense is 42, and I rolled an 8.
So you rolled a 42. You rolled an +2, so you've got 5 successes so far. Now roll your d10, and you rolled an 8, so now you've got 12 successes total. Yeah, you completely. This energy ray hits you directly in the center of the chest and dissipates as the energy flows through your arms and your legs, and you feel this electrical charge, and all your fur kind of stands up on end again. But brilliantly done, because that would have been bad. It would have been real bad had I actually hit you with that. And the zombie moves to 5, 10. It comes around the corner after you, Zig.
Yeah, kind of expected.
And it's got 1 success on you.
$75.
Can you reroll?
Watch your heroic luck levels. You're going to need them later.
I'm going to say what a heroic look I've got left.
So you failed on your physical defense?
Yeah, my physical defense with the sword is 53. So that's 2 failures.
I don't count the failures. All we care about is whether you fail, whether you succeed or not. So it's going to hit you.
Okay.
It's going to do 11 points of damage to you. How much? What's your armor?
My armor is currently 6.
So you're going to
Because
take.
we haven't reset it.
Right. So you're going to take 5 physical defense. 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And make a stamina check at PS2.
That puts me at, hang on, 14 minus 5 puts me at
9.
9.
You're hurting, Zig. You're hurting.
I'm 2 points off the all physical and physical defenses, so for minus 6 successes.
Yes, it is.
So what did you ask me to roll?
Stamina check. TS of 2.
87. Nope.
Ooh, Zig.
Do you want to re-roll that, or are you just going to absorb it?
I'll spend heroic look to re-roll that. Oh. Come here. You bastard dice. 99.
Oh God.
You are doomed to catch this. As you stumble back, you feel the claws of this creature dig into your flesh, and suddenly you feel your left arm kind of begin to go numb as this disease kind of spreads into your chest. Now you've got this black oozing spot where it dug its fingers into you. Yeah, and we'll get to what's happening later if you survive.
Lovely.
If you survive. All right. That's the zombie's turn. That's that one, and we are done. Tahir, you heal. You heal. You hear Ziggy squeal in pain and kind of stumble back. You kind of turn your head. You kind of see him stumble back from where you're at, and you see this creature has literally got its claws dug into his left shoulder.
I said don't die. I'm going to move over to Ziggy, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. 1 success. So that's
going to be
6...
15 plus your charisma modifier plus 1.
Yeah, my charisma modifier is 5, so 21 points of damage back.
All right, Ziggy, you take 21 points back. I think that brings you back to almost full, doesn't it?
Let's see, 9 plus 21. It'll take me to 20. Take me to 30. My max health is 27.
So yeah, you're healed back to full. You feel your energy coming back. However, the wound that was caused by that creature and where its fingers are is still black and oozing.
Yeah, I reckon I've got this black hand patch right over my heart.
More or less.
Yeah, that's cool.
Anything else you want to do to here? That was your move and a full action. If you want, you can. So if you want to maybe do a divine lore, either a lore divine check or a divine knowledge check. Either one of those will work.
Yep, for sure. No, I failed it. I'll spend a heroic luck. I passed that one with 4 successes.
You know that certain undead creatures can turn other. This is how zombies propagate. They turn living creatures into other zombies, and you've seen this wound before. He's got days to live.
Days. Okay. Cool. Days I can deal with. Is it a disease?
It is a magical disease. It's called undeath.
Okay. I'm just trying to see whether I can cast the cure disease spells.
If I've got right out of character, as long as the ref doesn't mind this, save if I've got days, save it until we get out of here.
Yeah, I will do, but I'm just trying to work out whether, because I've got to go get something similar removed, so I've got days as well.
Do we get a group discount?
Frequent flyer miles.
Frequent flyer miles.
Frequent dyer.
Frequent dyer. There you go. All right, Ron. It looks like it is your turn. You're the only one that seems to have no issues with anything.
Ziggy, are you all right? Do you need me to come help you?
Deal with them. This bastard's mine.
All right. I will activate Battle Sense to avoid flanking penalties. I will then use my Shield Bash against the Flame Face. That is a shield check, isn't it? That is a fail.
Okay.
So I will just swing my sword and see what it does. 22.
And you're going against the flaming skull, yes?
6. Yep, so that's 6 successes. Was it 7 successes?
It attempts to dodge out of the way like it's been doing. It kind of dips, but instead of zigging, it zags right into your sword. It doesn't give you any bonuses, but it did fail its defense. So go ahead and hit me with all 6 successes.
So, see if we can do this. So 6 successes for that. My damage, do I times that by my base damage?
Yeah, so you take your base times your base. You take your total successes by your base times your base. So I believe that's 30.
Yeah.
Plus 12 from the spiritual weapon.
42, 52 with stamina.
It makes its perception check, so it's not blinded.
So 50, 52, 60, 65. I believe.
65 points of damage?
Yeah.
All right. Pull this bad boy up. 65. You hit it in a fierce strike. And how do you want to do this?
Nice. I will shove the glowing sword right through his nose.
Right through the nose.
Yeah, I will. How big is this thing?
The skull? It's human size. Maybe a little bigger.
Can I leave it on the end of my sword whilst it's dead? So next round I can use it as a club.
If you want to do that, you can, but you would effectively be turning your sword into a club, and I don't think you have proficiency with clubs.
Yeah, that's true.
If that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I'll not do that. I'll run it through the nose, pick it up in the air, and then fling it down onto the floor and let it explode into a million pieces.
Brilliant. So you go through and you stab this thing in the nose. Your sword pierces through the back of the skull. The flames, it screeches out in this howling pain. The flames get very bright and very intense for a brief second, and it then collapses back into this white crimson this white skull. You take it and you bring your sword all the way up and you just shatter it on the ground. At the same time, it just explodes. It explodes into this very fine dust. Anything else, Braun?
I can't make any other attacks, can I?
Well, yeah, you can make one more attack. Sure, you can make an attack on one of the zombies. You still got 2 attacks.
Okay,
I mean, you've got one more attack. You have 2 attacks normally.
So this one would be at minus 20, wouldn't it?
No, this would be a minus 10. You only made 1 attack.
Oh, yeah, I did there. Okay, so I will turn to face the nearest zombie and swing. Swing away. 07. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 successes.
I've got my mic turned up all the way as I can, Seeker. I apologize for that. I don't know.
5 successes.
Against the zombie to the north?
Yeah. So it's 25.
All right, all 5 get through.
25. 48, I believe. With my strength, stamina, and the +5. Oh, and +12 holy. These take the holy, don't they?
Yeah, they should do. +12 holy, yeah.
So 54 things, right?
Is it any better, Seeker? I turned up my gain. So how many points of damage did you do?
54.
54. How do you want to do this one?
I will cleave the zombie in twain.
You after you shatter the skull on the ground, you look to the zombie and you bring your sword up in a sweeping arc. It begins to reach for you. You can feel the coldness of its clawed hands reaching for your face, and you bring the Zunkel sword, right, or Berservio, Beckart. Okay, your Beckart sword, right up through the middle of it, slashing this thing in half, in twain. One part of it falls to the left. The other one, the legs and the upper torso kind of stand there for a second, and it falls to the ground. However, it's still moving.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Very cool. Anything else, Braun?
Right now, no, I don't think I can do anything else.
All right.
I'll just stand ready to receive the oncoming attack of the other zombie.
All right. Ziggy, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to go for this one in front of me. That's a 9. So that's a critical for me.
That is a critical for you.
And I don't have any penalties to the attack because I got healed.
That's correct.
Thank you.
What I'm here for.
That's a 10. And a 9. So that's 50, 40, 30, 12, 5 plus...
It's 24 successes.
24 successes. So 24 times 3.
Let's ignore that. It failed its physical defense. How do you want to do this?
Literally feeling the pain in his chest, just looks down, looks up, and just runs the sword into its gut. Then grabs it with both hands, just turns and just straight up and just cleaves it in half.
Oh, that's a brilliant attack. So you take the sword, it goes in through its center gut. You take both hands and you rip it straight up, just similar to like what you did with the first one. You unzip it. You hear this flesh tear and the guts kind of fall down at your feet. It's got this real staunch, deathly smell. Make a stamina check so you don't throw up.
Nope, failed that.
He does this. He's excited. Boom. And then all the guts to hear kind of like fall at his feet. And he's like grinning at you. And he goes, ugh. Thank you for the follow, Seeker. I appreciate it.
Do I have to roll to see how far I vomit?
No, you just kind of throw up at your feet.
Okay.
Yesterday's dinner, what's left of it is on the floor mixing with the gut. So yeah, it's a nice, wonderful smell now. And
Beautiful.
that
Fermented cheese
and some vegetables.
Oh, God.
All right, Ziggy, anything else you want to do? That was your full attack. Your throw up was a basic action, so you still got some movement.
I'm just going to put me back against the wall and just sort of, after just throwing up, he's just feeling a bit, need to find his center again.
All right. The zombie moves forward towards you, Braun. That's gone. And it swings its clawed, gnarly hands at you. It's got a crit.
Oh dear.
I've got a total of, unless you ignore it, I've got a total of 16 successes.
I'll take it.
So 16 times 3 is what? 48 points of damage, right? 48? plus 8, so 56 points of damage. But you've got 19. You got 19 armor, so basically it's ignoring 20. So 56 minus 20 is 36 points of damage that you'll take.
Not too bad.
It shouldn't be too bad for you, but you must make a stamina check, TS4.
22, stamina 8. Not to a stamina 92, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 successes.
All right. You again feel this dark negative energy kind of tries to take over your body, but you robustly and manly or doggedly chase it off. All right. It's your turn to hear.
Okay. How many turns do you have left on your spiritual weapon, Bron? Was it 1 turn or 2 turns?
I
A
believe.
total of 5. So how many combat rounds have we had?
I think he's got 1 turn left.
Yeah,
1 turn left.
Coming up to finishing it.
Okay, and Ziggy's is about to finish as well.
Correct.
Correct. But Bron, you're injured, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm fine.
Yeah, but it's my job.
You can heal me if you want.
Yeah, I'll run up behind Bron and cast Cure Wounds on him. So that's so many points of fatigue. It's getting very expensive. I'm running out, actually.
You should be really far out. You've already spent 30.
Yeah, I'm got on 97 out of 121.
You should be way lower than that. Oh, I see. You're counting up. I see what you're doing. Okay, you're counting up.
Yeah, I'm counting up. Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
when I hit 121, that's when I
you basically pass out.
pass out. Yeah.
For at least an hour.
Yes. Divine Knowledge. 06, so that is 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 hit points you got back.
Nice.
How long do you have to rest to regain some fatigue?
So when you guys decide to rest, you recover. I believe it's 10 points of fatigue plus your stamina modifier per hour if you're just resting. If you're adventuring and moving around, it's 5 stamina per hour.
Okay, cool.
So if you're walking, but not doing anything, it's 5 out. It's 5 per hour. If you're riding on the back of a wagon, it's 10 plus your stamina per hour, basically. You can't really be doing any massive activity, and walking is considered massive activity.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is that the end of your turn there, Tahir?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, Braun. It's up to you. What are you going to do?
It's the last one.
The last one.
The last one. It is just me and you now. Little times. I'll right, let's look at my shield wounds. Okay, I will shield bash. 1 success. That's my move action.
Against this guy, he actually has got 1 success as well.
Fair enough. I will follow up with the sword. That's a miss. My second attack. 10. 15. That's a bit better. Well, I think that's a critical, actually.
That is a critical for you. And it actually misses its physical defense. So go ahead and roll your critical. And then, how do you want to do this?
Well, since the They all seem to have been cloven down the middle. Cloven. I will slice him straight down the middle. Like, that seems like the way to kill these things.
So you're going to go right down the middle of it?
Yeah.
So you take your sword and you start at the top. You come slashing in the arc. You catch it in its collarbone, and you just kind of drag your sword through the center of its body. It hangs up for a second as you hit the rib cage, and you just whip. It's like you just carved this section out of it. And one part of the body, the left side with one arm, just falls to the side. And the other part just kind of slides off to the bottom. This group of now massive amount of putrid guts sitting at your feet. You feel this need to maybe release your stomach. So go ahead and make a stamina check.
09.
Yeah, you kind of, and you just kind of bring it back. It is a foul smell in here right now, gentlemen. And that is the end of that particular combat that we started. Let's go ahead and...
I'm going to move away from the bodies.
You're going to stumble away from the bodies? Right on.
Sorry, you had to split.
At least you didn't say stick around.
No, I'm just looking around at all the leftovers on the floor thinking, don't eat it, don't eat it, don't eat it, don't eat it, don't eat it.
Oh, that's so gross. You don't want to eat these things.
Yep, but he's a dog person. I mean, when dogs throw up, what's the first thing they do?
Right?
It's in the corner.
Right.
It's in the corner.
Try not to go eat Ziggy's vomit.
That's so gross. So, what do you guys want to do?
I want to check out the altar.
All right, brilliant.
And see if I can find any indication who this person was.
I'll stand guard by the door. As I've got really good perception and stuff. So if anybody does come, I've got that covered.
Let's go ahead and say this. You go over to the altar there to here, and beyond the body, as you begin to examine it, it looks like she's been dead for hours or maybe a few minutes. It's really hard to tell, but her skin is definitely ashen. The blood is really drained out from underneath her. It's pooled up underneath her in this small, indention inside the stone altar. Around her, you find a key, the sacrificial dagger, and a coin pouch.
Okay. I'll pack those away. So the key, is there anything in here that would take a key? I haven't seen anything with a lock so far, have I?
No, not so far you haven't.
Okay. I say, to Ziggy and Bron, I'd like to take her up to the temple above before we continue onwards. If we fall here, I don't think this is an appropriate place for someone to lie in state.
Want me to carry her?
I'll do it. I'll lift her up gently, and I'm going to carry her back up to the temple.
Okay. Are you going to leave the pouch behind? Yes?
Yeah, I'll say, Ziggy, there's a coin pouch there if you want to look it up.
Fast can I move? I'll go grab the coin pouch. Knowing my luck, it'll be a voodoo pouch and I'll be cursed with that.
I'm shaking my head because of all the cheese jokes.
We're the coolest people.
You expect puns from me. I have to, entertain my audience.
It's your entire channel stick. I wouldn't like.
Oh!
Yeah, they're a bit stringy though.
Bree, please stop. I'm not good with puns when it comes to cheese. I'm really not. So you take her to take your time. You get up to the temple and stuff like that. The smoke is pretty much cleared out. There's every now and again as you guys get up there, someone's looking in, what's going on, and they move on. There's a couple of guards that have taken up position at the front door to try to keep people from entering.
I'll go to the guards, still carrying the body in my arms, and I'll say, we found a nest of undead down below. We're clearing it out, but this person was a victim to them.
The guard kind of turns to you, goes, "Gotcha, mate. We'll have someone come take her back to a temple for proper burial."
Thank you. And could you let the Temple of Elal know that if we don't make it back up, then you send in a force?
Understood.
Hey, we'll be back.
What do you guys continue to do? You make your way back down, yeah?
Yeah, we make our way back down, I think, unless anyone has any strong objections to that.
Let us finish this.
Okay. We haven't checked either of these side rooms, did we?
Don't think so.
So
We checked the top one.
We checked the top one with the 2 sarcophagi in it. We didn't check this one or this one right here. We came down here and then went straight. I realise now that you can't see my cursor on the screen. Oh, there's a drawing tool, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, where is it? There we go. So we came down here and went like that.
Right.
Yeah. So we haven't checked this one or this one yet.
Right. No, I suggest the small one first. Well, it's the closest one on the way back, isn't it?
Yeah. Siggy, do you want to check the door?
Yep. I will. And that's a... Am I using
Trapcraft.
Trapcraft, which I have a skill of 57 in? And I rolled a 46, so that's one success.
Well, and when you get up to the door, you look at the handle, you just kind of twist it a little bit, and the door kind of just pops open.
I'm just going to step to the side immediately, because knowing my luck, maybe a fireball or something. This place has got me paranoid.
I don't blame you. Okay, yeah, I'll look in the room. Well, Ziggy steps to the side.
When you look in, you notice that the small cubicle has a small table on it, and there's a series corpse laying on it. All around the room, on various shelves, are various tools and jars filled with strange liquids and organs.
Nice. I'll check the corpse. How long do I reckon it's been dead for?
Give me a healing check.
That was 45. So, no, I failed.
You really can't tell, but it looks longer than a day.
Has it started stinking?
No.
Okay.
Because most of its organs are missing.
Joy. Okay. We'll check the other room and then I'll take that one up as well. Does it have any identification on it, like papers or anything in its pockets?
It's actually naked.
Okay, cool. I'll whisper a prayer to Alal over it and I'll cover it over with a blanket from my pack. And then we can go check the other room.
All right. Who's going in first? Ziggy?
Okay, I'll scout. I'll go in using stealth and guile.
Check the door for traps first.
Okay, I'll check for traps first. $22 with the skill of 57, 47, 37. 20.
Yeah, technically,
successes.
anything that you're going to be like investigating, like your stealth, your trap craft, and your pick open locks, is something I should really be rolling for you because you don't really know how successful you were.
Oh, right.
But no big deal. No worries. I didn't mention it beforehand. So yeah. There doesn't seem to be any. So far, you haven't run into any traps on any of these doors.
Probably sensible if it's being used regular. You really wouldn't want to trap a place if you're going to be using it a lot. So, yeah, I'll go in and have a look around.
I will stand closely behind him as he's going through in case he needs backup.
You open the door, and beyond the door is a small bed, a small desk, and a bunch of scrolls lying on the desk. A single unlit candle sits on the desk from your perspective.
Okay. I'll step in and immediately step to the right as I step in. So I'm in the corner, so I've got a good angle view of the entire room.
Okay. It's empty other than what I've described to you.
Yeah.
I'll come in and take a look at the scrolls.
I will stand in the doorway.
Go ahead and make a lore divine. And if you have lore magical, also lore magical.
Yeah, just lore divine, unfortunately. Okay. My other lore is lore history. Okay. 12 out of 45, so that's 4 successes.
As you look at these scrolls, and a lot of them seem frustratingly unfinished, or messed up attempts at what looks to be like someone was attempting to scroll animate dead on these things, but so far it looks like they've either not finished or they have failed in their writing techniques.
Okay. Is there any indication as to like a name or anything like that?
No.
No. Okay, cool. In which case, I'm going to go collect the body of the series, and I'll take that upstairs as well.
All right. Same routine. You take it up.
Yeah.
They just as you
bodies are infected first.
It's missing most of its organs, isn't it? And
yes.
Is there any sign of like black infection or
no?
No. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll take it upstairs and I'll hand that one over. Same routine, and I'll say most of its organs are downstairs. Still, we'll bring them out once we've finished.
Okay.
Yep. And then back down. Sorry to be doing the up and down, but it just I don't think my character would leave.
Oh, absolutely not. They wouldn't. He would not leave anything like that down there.
Yeah. Okay, onwards, gentlemen.
Right then. I will scout this darkened corridor. You want me to roll?
No, go ahead and roll. What are you doing? You're going to be are you just looking down the corridor? Are you proceeding down the corridor? What is your intentions here? What is it you want to do? Besides, obviously, make it through.
Making a judgment call that if this is being used, it's not going to be trapped. So I'm just going to go down, just making a general check it out as I go down there, carefully.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
All right. Go ahead and make alertness checks, just real quick.
Okay, well, that's a good skill for me. It's alertness.
Is that all
I've
of
got
us?
a skill of 68 and I rolled a 67. So yes.
You're kind of taken aback by how quiet it is now in this corridor. There's an echoing of your own footsteps, even as soft padded as they are. But you're not really noticing anything unusual in the corridor as you make your way down. We're just going to use
zero. I rolled a 0-1.
Right. Again, it's pretty much the same. You're not really noticing anything. Yeah. We're just going to use Ziggy's figure as for the party.
Oh, okay.
We do this, so we don't have to keep moving.
That's fine.
You notice that there is it turns into a staircase that goes down several feet and a door to your right.
Let's finish off this level before we go downstairs, I think is the sensible course of action.
Makes sense to me.
Don't want anything sneaking up behind us.
Okay, I'll go check the door for traps again.
Right, so you make your way over to the door.
Yeah, if you'd care to roll for me.
You approach the door like you have been normally, with some caution, and you get up there. And again, you don't find a trap. You don't find or see any remnants of any type of trap being attached to the door.
Right. Step in, and then again, as I step in, I'm going to clear the doorway. So if there is something in there, then I'm not going to hinder the party behind me coming in to save my ass.
Smart.
So it'll be in and to this corner, which I can't really see fully because...
Right. As you guys make your way into the corner, I need all of you to make a... let's see here.
Save versus death ray?
No. I need you to make a willpower horror check at a TS of 4. Because as you open the door and step in, inside the room are numerous corpses hanging from the ceiling, rope nooses hanging from their necks, and you can hear faint whispers of their pleading to spare them. In the far end of the corner of the room is a large chest and a chair. So make your horror checks. Let me know who failed. It's a TS of 4.
What do I roll horror against?
60.
On your character,
Willpower.
it's a willpower check. On the bottom part of your front part of your character sheet is that gray box. It's got your willpower versus horror, which is your willpower, and it's a TS of 4.
I've got an 85, so let's see what I roll.
Yeah, I've got a 70 and I rolled a 35, so that's 70, 60, 50, 40, 30. 3 successes.
None of us passed. I'll spend a heroic luck and try again.
6 successes. 22 on the dice. Or 7 maybe, I don't know.
I'll say my heroic luck.
No, I still failed.
Both of you roll me a D100 and tell me what you each get. So let's go with Ziggy first. You guys are so horrified by this. You will have some sort of horror effect applied.
99.
Roll twice. Roll 2 times, Ziggy.
98. And 94.
Wow, you need some different dice, bud.
Yeah. I've got a box full in the living room. I could just go grab some.
Wouldn't mind if those roll on all these dice anyway.
The normally chipper and I would almost say chatty Mannix suddenly falls into a mute kind of
it just basically shuts down.
He shuts down and then he becomes enraged.
Oh.
So what this means is that you are unable to speak for 16, 17 hours. Your mind is so fixated on the image in front of you that words seem distant and unable to be spoken. Even when you begin to try to speak, you kind of babble your words together. Your enraged is basically this, that anytime that you are surprised, you've got this horror effect, raged. And it'll last for several days that you gain. So we need to write this down so you know this. So anytime that you are surprised in an encounter, you instantly go into you rage. You basically, it's literally a rage. You just start attacking everything and everybody around you in a sense. Yeah. Now you're granted a willpower check to avoid it should it occur, but you're this is an effect that seems like it's going to last for a long time. Tahir, roll your own doom.
Roll my own doom. Da, da, da. I rolled a 80.
Excuse me a moment. I'm going to get some different dice.
Good choice.
Roll low.
And your entire experiences so far in this particular area has been one of curiosity, in a sense of like you're trying to figure out what's going on. You now become solely enthralled with the nature of this evil that has caused it. You actually approach the hanging bodies and gently you examine the bodies, enthralled with how they died and the amount of evil that it would have taken for some being to actually do this to the 12 to 15 individuals that are hanging from this ceiling. Not only does this bother you now, you begin to have thoughts of all the evil and undead that you have experienced while you're down here. And it's just like you can't shake it out of your head. And it's enthralling to you. You just, in your moments of silent reverie, you begin thinking about it. In fact, you even begin speaking it to Braun and Ziggy. Like, you're just enthralled with it. You can't stop thinking about it now.
Okay, cool. How long does that last for?
Until I say you're done.
Okay.
It's going to last a while. It really will. It's going to last for several hours.
Several hours. Okay, no worries.
So just make sure you've got that effect written down.
Yeah, I just jotted down a note here.
Horrified and enthralled with horror and evil. So what do you guys want to do now?
I can see Ziggy's quite badly shaken up. Is Bron looking okay?
Braun?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You feel okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. See this kind of thing all the time.
I'm gonna kneel down by Ziggy, and I'll say, "Would you like to pray? It'll make you feel better." Okay.
He tries to speak to you, and it just comes out in like garbly goop babble.
I start praying to Alal. I start with a very generic sort of prayer, and then, as per my horror, I start drifting into the specifics of this place, like dwelling on the evil that has been done to these people, but also the need for good folk like us to overcome it with the strength of Alal guiding us. And I would like to invoke Holy Voice, which allows any willing creature I choose within 20 feet who have been frightened, possessed, dominated, horrified, or magically held to make a willpower check to break free or regain control.
Brilliant.
If they fail, I can continue to speak, allowing them to take another chance every time.
Brilliant. So Ziggy, go ahead and make your willpower check.
New dice.
At this time, I'll be kneeling in front of Ziggy. I'll put my hands on his shoulder and hand him my drinking skin. Go here, this might take the edge off.
Okay, that's a roll of 41 with a horror of 70.
No, it's just a willpower check. So as long as you roll below your willpower check, you hear the
willpower of 70.
You
willpower of 74.
You hear the voice of Tahir breaking through this focus of rage and the inability to speak words, and you focus on Tahir's voice, and slowly you feel this horrific experience kind of drift to the back of your mind and then completely disappears, and you feel very calm and reassured by Tahir as he's speaking to you in this voice. And then in front of you got this, "Here, mate, take a drink of this."
I will place one hand on Tahir's shoulder and just nod whilst a single tear sort of wipes it away. Has a drink and hands the drinking pouch back.
And it's so the rule on this says that you're invoking a holy voice, allowing any willing creature you choose within 20 feet who have been frightened and possessed. And since you've actually called upon all yourself, I'm going to go ahead and allow you to make the same check. Willpower.
Sweet. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether I decided not to deliberately target myself in the end because I don't think I would be aware that there was a problem with how I was thinking.
But you did say, you did sit down and where you decided to make a prayer to Elal first, and then you use this holy voice. So I'm gonna kind of let you let you talk yourself out of it by talking to Ziggy.
Can I spend a heroic luck on that because I failed? That's better. Yes, I passed. Cool.
Brilliant. So we are going to end there today, gentlemen. Thank you so much. We are come to our time.
Thank you very much.
It's been an honor gaming with you guys, and it's been an honor taking you through Legends of Kralis. And we will pick up in 2 weeks. Same Hilarious Game channel, same Hilarious Game time. And I'll be right back, gentlemen. All right, well, there you have it. They've made their way into more into the depth. We've only got 2 hours because of our time frames, but they do very well. And I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what they're going to do next. Knowing Tahir, he's probably going to spend time and cut down all the bodies and take them all up, which he will probably do. And those were the effects of horror in Legends of Kralis. It's definitely, there's ways to get out of it, but if you don't, it's going to stick with you. So until next time, we're going to be back in 2 weeks, hopefully, with abiding any conflict of schedules, because we're 8 hours away and they're across the pond. So thank you so much for hanging out and watching with us. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day. Check me tonight about 7 p.m., 6 p.m. maybe, somewhere in there. I'm going to be doing another character creation and show you how I do it so quickly. So until then, peace.